Hello kings and queens, and welcome back to the Art of Life and Love. My name is Joanna, and this is a channel where I help you improve your mental, physical and spiritual health. I also have a blog of the same name, which I'll put links to down below. You can view my many wellness posts or lots of my poetry is on there as well. I've also included my social media links, so if you want to connect, go ahead and follow me, message me, whatever you like, guys. So lately on my channel, I've been focusing quite a lot on physical health and spiritual health. And that does not mean that I now no longer suffer with depression and I have no more tips for how to overcome depression, anxiety, anything to do with mental health. It just means that I am trying to balance it out. So obviously my channel is advice for your mental, physical and spiritual health. And in the beginning, I was focusing quite a lot on mental health. So I thought, let me balance it out with a bit of spiritual and physical. Moving forwards, I definitely want to keep the variety going. Just make the videos that I feel called to make each week. So I don't have a plan or a checklist or anything like that. I have ideas that I sometimes pull from. But a lot of the time, when it comes to it, I simply open my camera and I decide to say what I decide to say. And this week, what I'm deciding to say is, I am depressed. I do not know what has happened. I don't know what the cause is. I don't know where this stems from. But I have just been feeling very, very empty, very, very hollow, very, very... It's hard to describe. It is hard to describe. For those of you who have seen my previous video, What is Depression? You'll see that the only way that I could describe it was when I was having a meltdown. And I'm very lucky that I am poetic in the way that I speak and write, so that I can kind of try to communicate to people what depression is. And if you want to take a look at that video, I'll put it up here. But trigger warning, it is quite harrowing, and I've only been able to watch it myself maybe like once or twice. But depression is something that is just always there. It comes in peaks and troughs, as I've spoken about before. And there is always a cause, but it doesn't mean that you know what that cause is. I can have some ideas as to why I'm currently feeling this way. I've started a new job where nothing much is happening, but I can see off in the distance this like storm coming my way of all the work that I'm going to have to do. And when we have these jobs and we're working from home and we're isolated and things like that, it's, for me personally, what I'm doing is not my sole purpose. It's not what makes me happy. It's not what brings me joy. It's not what I am passionate to work on. Because of this job, I'm spending less time on this channel, less time writing my blogs, updating my website, things like that. So I'm being pulled away from my soul's calling, from what I'm passionate about. And I'm having to redirect my energy into something that I obviously I care about. It's my work, but it's not a passion of mine. It's just something that I'm doing so that I can continue to live. But I just wanted to make a video showing you guys that it is not all peaches and roses and I'm cured and etc, etc. I wanted to show you that this is real. Who I am is real. What I'm experiencing is real. And what you're experiencing is real. Don't ever let anyone try and take that away from you. If you are depressed and you don't know why, if you're depressed in this lockdown with the grey skies outside and the isolation, just know that I feel you. I am here with you. I feel it. The times that we're living in are very, very strange, very, very uncertain, very, very... I don't even know what the real, what can you even say about 2020 and 2021? What can you actually say? It's wild. It's a complete upheaval of what we've known and what we've experienced for the past however many years of our lives. 25 years of my life was spent living it one way, and now I'm having to live it a completely different way. And all I can say that if you are like me and if you are experiencing feelings of low mood, depression, apathy, feelings of emptiness. I don't know about you guys, but I currently just have this, it's like a ball of anxious emptiness, which seems like a counterintuitive. How can you have a ball of emptiness? But that's what it feels like. It feels like there is just something missing. And when I begin to feel like this, it is very, very easy to spiral. Very easy to spiral, because you begin to feel a certain way, and then you stop taking care of yourself, because you're like, what's the point? You stop reaching out to people because you're like, I don't have the energy to speak to people. No one understands what I'm going through. And then your thoughts are just whirring and whirling, like, why do I feel like this? It's unfair that I feel like this. Am I going to feel this way forever? Am I going to have to deal with this depression and these depressive episodes forever? And suddenly you're just at the bottom of this very, very deep, dark hole. And my advice for myself and for those of you watching is to try to understand why. The question why is just so important for understanding who you are, why you are the way that you are, what you experience, etc. Asking yourself, why do I feel like this? Can I pinpoint where these feelings have stemmed from? Can I pinpoint what to do about them? Can I, do I need to get out and go on a walk? Do I need to start journaling to write down how I'm feeling? Do I need to reach out to people and give them a phone call? Do I need to do this, that, the other? And sometimes it's just, do I need to meditate on this issue? Do I need to just sit with myself, feel that empty ball, and try to understand where it's coming from? Why do I feel empty? Why do I feel low? Why do I feel lonely? I know I'm surrounded by people that love me. I know I have people in my corner. So why do I feel alone? I'm not alone. Logically, I know that I'm not alone. But why do I feel alone? What is it about my current circumstance that makes me feel alone? And the obvious answer is isolation and lockdown, etc., etc. But so instead of being like, I feel empty, I'm going to go to sleep and hopefully never wake up, you can sit with yourself and be like, okay, let's explore this emptiness. Do not be afraid to explore your depression, because it's your depression. It's something that you live with. No one else experiences your flavor of depression. No one else can tell you why you're feeling depressed or where these feelings have stemmed from. I can give suggestions, I can give tips on this channel for how to try to alleviate the symptoms, try to lessen the symptoms for future, because that's what I've done for myself. I've lessened the impact of my depression, but I have not been able to shake it off. But yeah, right now I'm not okay, but that's okay. And if you're not okay, that's okay. Know that the storm will pass, all pain passes, as my mantra is. I just wanted to give a message of realism along with a message of hope and a message of encouragement. Don't give up. Don't give in. Don't allow those feelings that sometimes try to overwhelm you. Don't let them overwhelm you. I know it's so much easier said than done, but until you start taking accountability for the way that you feel, you are always going to feel this way. If you are depressed every other week, and when you're depressed, all you do is you lay in bed and you feel terrible and you wait for it to pass without doing any inner work, without asking yourself why, without reaching out, without asking for help, without looking up blogs online if you don't want to reach out for help, instead of watching YouTube channels where people like you can give you their advice, then you're always going to suffer those feelings every 2 weeks. But if when you do feel those feelings, when the depression comes back, when it bites you hard and you don't know where it's come from and you feel like giving up, and you feel hollow and empty and like everything is kind of gone to shit and not worth anything, ask yourself why. Why? If you don't have an answer, that's okay. I'm not saying that you're gonna then hear a little voice that pops up and tells you, oh yeah, you're feeling depressed because of all of these things. No. I don't know why the inner voice would have been a rat. Maybe mine is. But you need to start taking accountability for your own journey, your own mental health journey, your own healing, your own self-exploration, understanding why you are the way that you are, why you feel what you feel. Like, for me, even just sitting here speaking to you guys through my phone is a way of me trying to understand why I feel the way that I feel. Like, when I film these videos, you may notice that I don't have a script. I am just rambling off the top of my head. And that's how many of my realizations come about, is through me literally just speaking out loud. And I'll say something and I'll just go, yeah, that was a good one. That makes sense. So when I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you guys and I'm saying, oh, I probably feel empty because of this new job, it's not my sole purpose, and I probably feel empty because the sky's dreary outside and I'm not connected to anybody right now, etc., etc. I'm then answering my own questions. So even if you find it hard to do self-reflection, then maybe pick up your phone and talk to your camera as if you are talking to an audience. They say the best way to learn something is to learn it as if you have to teach it to someone else, because then you're taking it in, and you know that you have to take it in, and you know that what you say is going to influence someone else. So when I'm giving you guys tips and techniques for how to help yourself, I'm also helping myself. This isn't all for you guys. I'm helping myself. This is for me. But yeah, so sorry about this rambly video. There's not really much of a message in here other than to try to, understand yourself, take accountability for yourself. But also, I don't mean to lecture you guys. Like, it's okay to feel like shit. It's okay if you're depressed. And I just want to say, if you are feeling depressed, then it doesn't mean that you're broken. It doesn't mean that you will feel this way forever. It doesn't mean that you're unlovable or hard to be around or whatever. It just means that you have a chemical imbalance in your brain that is robbing you of serotonin and making you feel like shit. And on a spiritual level, it may be that you are not on your life's purpose, and so you're not radiating yourself, you're not energizing yourself. And if we aren't pouring energy into ourselves, then of course we're going to feel drained. So find something that gives you energy that you can use to top up your own energy levels. And I don't mean other people. We're not energy vampires out here. I mean, find something that you love doing and do it, basically. Oh dear. I hope you guys are okay anyway. I hope that lockdown is not getting you down too much. I hope that you are not feeling too isolated. I am praying and scripting and visualizing that lockdown is going to end in April. You heard it here, folks. I have a good feeling about April, and I just want to be let out. I want to be able to see my people. I want to be able to just go sit in a restaurant and have a way to bring me calamari and wine. I want to be let out. I want to be let out, and I'm sure all of you are the same. So stay strong. You're okay. You're gonna be okay. Start asking yourself the questions. Start taking care of yourself. Start reaching out to people. Start doing things that you love. I hope that you guys are having a much better mental health week than I am, and I will see you guys next week. Take care.